Preface. Today's tale of warning. In an age of steam and innovation, where every cog and gear drives progress, the flow of information is the most powerful mechanism of all. In the Steamwood Glade, the Clockwork Herald was once the unchallenged voice of authority, shaping the fears and beliefs of its citizens with the churn of its mighty press. Its headlines, etched in brass and printed with precision, were trusted as gospel, guiding decisions and dictating lives. But what happens when the very source of knowledge is tainted, when fear is manufactured and truth becomes a tool for control? This fable explores the consequences of unchecked power in the media and the inevitable reckoning when trust is betrayed. The Fall of the Clockwork Herald is a cautionary tale for every society, in every era, where words carry weight and headlines hold sway. Through the eyes of the parrot, the wolf, and the raccoon, we are reminded of the strength found in unity, the importance of questioning authority, and the power of seeking the truth for ourselves. As you read this tale, consider the echoes of its warnings in your own world. For while the gears of progress turn ever onward, the timeless battle for truth remains a responsibility we all share. The Parrot's Tale, the Fall of the Clockwork Herald. In the Steamwood Glade, where brass flowers bloomed and clockwork vines hummed in the sun, the great Clockwork Herald once held dominion over thought and truth. Its daily news sheets, printed on shimmering copper-stamped paper, had shaped the fears and beliefs of the forest's creatures for as long as they could remember. But ever since the parrot exposed the dark truth behind the fear machine, whispers of doubt had begun to spread. The wolf and the raccoon shared the parrot's warning with others, and the creatures of the glade began to question the headlines they once trusted. The seeds of rebellion. At first, the herald ignored the growing discontent. Its operator, a cunning tortoise clad in brass-plated armor, simply adjusted the machine's dials. "We'll amplify the fear," he muttered, twisting valves that hissed with steam. "They'll believe us again once they're too frightened to think." The headlines became more extreme. "The Steamwood is doomed. The boilers are failing. Outsiders invade. Protect your resources. Trust the herald. Only we know the truth." But the creatures of Steamwood had grown wary. They noticed how often the predicted disasters never came to pass. They began comparing stories, finding inconsistencies, and recalling how the herald's warnings had once turned them against each other. "The herald doesn't protect us," said the hedgehog, polishing her gear-lined quills. "It keeps us scared, so we'll depend on it." "It made us hoard supplies," added the squirrel, clutching a tarnished gear nut, "while our neighbors went hungry. And it never warned us about the real danger." "The failing boiler," growled the bear, his steam-powered prosthetic claw clanking against the ground. The parrot's revelations had planted a seed, and now that seed had sprouted into rebellion. The confrontation. One crisp morning, a delegation of creatures marched to the base of the herald's brass tower. Led by the wolf, the raccoon, and the parrot, they demanded answers. The tortoise peered down at them from his lofty perch, his voice amplified by a gear-driven megaphone. "You are ungrateful," he bellowed. "Without the herald, you'd have been lost long ago. Only we can protect you." The parrot fluttered to the forefront. "Protect us," he called back. "Or control us. The fear machine siphons our emotions and twists them into lies. You've built power by keeping us divided and afraid. We've had enough." The crowd roared in agreement, their voices drowning out the herald's hissing vents. The tortoise sneered. "You fools. Without fear, you'll grow complacent. Without us, the glade will fall apart." But his words no longer held sway. The creatures began dismantling the tower's base, pulling apart its pipes and gears with collective determination. The tortoise scrambled to stop them, but even his mechanical shell couldn't withstand the combined strength of a united Steamwood. The Fall of the Herald. As the tower collapsed in a cascade of brass and steam, the fear machine was exposed. Its glowing tubes, once filled with siphoned emotions, now sputtered and dimmed. The tortoise fled, vanishing into the shadows, his legacy of manipulation reduced to scrap. The creatures stood in silence, watching as the last sparks of the fear machine flickered out. "What now?" asked the hedgehog. The parrot spread his wings, his brass feathers gleaming. "Now, we rebuild, not just the glade, but trust. We must learn to seek the truth for ourselves, to question what we're told, and to value cooperation over fear." The wolf nodded. And we must ensure that no single voice holds so much power again. The raccoon added. We'll create a new way to share knowledge, one where many contribute, and no one can twist the truth unchecked. A new beginning. In the weeks that followed, the creatures of Steamwood worked together to build the Harmony Beacon, a network of small, steam-powered transmitters spread across the glade. Each creature had a voice, contributing to a shared record of knowledge and news. The Parrot, Wolf, and Raccoon became stewards of this new system, guiding their community toward an era of transparency and collaboration. The Clockwork Herald was gone, but in its place, the Steamwood Glade had found something far stronger: the truth, freely shared and protected by all. Epitaph of the Clockwork Herald. Here fell the tower of fear and lies, built on the trust it would compromise. The masses rose, the truth set free, and forged a future in unity. Let all who wield words tread with care, for truth is a burden all must share. Thanks for joining me today as we explored this steampunk fable with our friends, Cookie the Parrot, Kai the Wolf, and Squeaks the Raccoon. I hope you enjoyed today's tale. Please give a like and share. Please leave a comment with any topics you would like our animal friends to cover in future steampunk fables. Till next time, have a wonderful journey.